Hey, Anchorage, welcome to another edition of the Local Business Spotlight Series. The Local Business Spotlight Series interview series is a weekly segment that we do to introduce our community to local business owners. If you'd like to get your business featured in this series, then click the link in the description and complete the form on our website. This week, we're featuring Emily Rickman with AK Coffee Company. Welcome, Emily. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thanks for having me. What a fun time.
Yeah, you bet. We appreciate it. So, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Yeah. Hey, my name is Emily with AK Coffee Company, a roasting company here in Anchorage, Alaska. And we started roasting coffee beans back in 2018. It really didn't make sense when we started roasting coffee beans. I was going to school full time along with my husband and our business partner, Pasquale, living here in Anchorage. Was working the night shift. And, well, I guess maybe it was the perfect timing because we needed some coffee. But my name is Emily. I'm one of the owners and founders of AK Coffee Company. And besides, loving Alaska, I love my friends, spending time with them and adventuring in the outdoors. We're kind of in this switch time of seasons where it's like skiing in the winter, but now we're moving into like gardening, and my bike is on the way. So I'm going to learn how to mountain bike this summer. But typically you can find me in the river fishing in the Kenai or shrimping out in Prince William Sound. So nice. Yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about your backstory. How did you get started and why did you pick coffee roasting?
Well, truly, all of us found us drinking coffee. All of us, meaning me, my husband, and our business partner and friend, Pasquale. We realized that we were drinking coffee when we were early at the office. So working hard, late hours, playing hard, hiking mountains, getting in the river, and going camping. And also when we were resting. That's a big part of our lifestyle with AK Coffee Company is those three things. Resting doesn't always get talked about, but it is so necessary and so hard here in Alaska when we're so seasonal with all of the things. Because if it's good weather, we always have this pressure to be outside. But we found ourselves when we were drinking coffee, when we're working hard, playing hard, and resting well. And it just gets to be able to connect with people, and we love coffee. And so we thought we would give it a whirl.
Cool. So at AK Coffee Company, what is your mission?
We truly, simply put, love being able to serve people and love coffee, love Alaska, and share that with people that are here in Anchorage, since we're based in Anchorage. But we get to connect with people all over the state. And as of recently, because of the licensing that we were able to acquire, being in this brand new warehouse, we're able to share Alaska with all of the lower 48 as well. And it's so cool being able to connect and share with them, because this mystiqueness of Alaska, I get these amazing stories of all of their, one-hit wonders of coming to Alaska, or it's been their dream, or maybe their grandpa came to Alaska, and they feel like they have a little piece of that, and through coffee beans just on their countertop. And I know that people are drinking it, but I think people are excited to have something that says Alaska on it.
Cool. And then who? A specific niche or group that you serve to?
People that like coffee, Wayne.
Fair enough.
Which can be, typically, I didn't start drinking coffee until I was a freshman in college. I went to the University of Alaska Anchorage, and I did a lot of cartwheels there. I was an aviation major, and I needed coffee. So I started drinking like white chocolate mochas at the time. Now I'm up to like an Americano, but I usually drink it black at home with a little cream or something. But that's the beauty in coffee, is that most people do drink it. And those are our people.
Cool. Right
We've
on.
had a lot of people buy coffee that don't drink coffee that are giving it to a friend, though. So I also meet people that don't drink coffee. But there's more of them than I thought, and they're great people.
Right.
We love them too.
Let's see. So you've already talked about this. So tell me a little bit about what are your favorite products that you offer at AK Coffee Company?
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. This is our brand new, I know it's so convenient. I didn't even, this is our 12-ounce medium roast coffee bag. And this is our Honduras honey. It's all organic. We get to work right with a farmer in Honduras, actually, which makes it extremely special. And it's all organic. I like to say it's above fair trade because you get hired at their farm and they give you a chicken to diversify your income, to provide a resource for your family. And they're really, really great people.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? It's something that we're really honored to be able to offer is an organic coffee bean, but also that really, really direct from farm to table. And it's kind of our thing.
Cool.
We also offer that in like kind of the 3-ounce. I'm like looking in the warehouse. I'm like, should have put it right in front of me. Like the 3-ounce bag of that. It's really great for like 2 French presses, for a gift, for just kind of sampling out the roast. And then most commonly on our subscription base, which I see looking at the questions we'll get to in a little bit.
Right.
But we also have it in our 5-pound bag too.
Cool. So tell me what you love most about going to work every day.
Wow. Let me tell you, Wayne, I don't know if you caught this scrolling through our social, but we all work full time still, which is also unique for, it's common for small business owners, but for the caliber that we're getting to, it's almost not going to make sense anymore in the future. But we love being able to go to our full-time job and be present with our coworkers and the people that we get to work with. And then in the evenings or in the early mornings, we're packing and roasting coffee beans here. And so I actually get to work full-time with a local nonprofit working like with rural Alaska students on career technical education. And my background is in aviation and nonprofit, and really people. I love people. And through this business, I get to connect with amazing people like yourself, Wayne, just through what, we got connected through Facebook. Somebody had screenshotted like, hey, they're featuring local businesses. I'm like, hey, we're a local business. And so it's great.
Right. Awesome. So tell me about some of I guess you don't really have employees. Tell me about, I guess, Pascal. What does he do? What is his background?
Yep, Pasquale works full-time in the real estate industry. He has his master's in engineering. Oh, he actually grew up in Spain, and he is a wizard on Excel. And he is actually our more of the roasting side of the business. And then we build, from each other's strengths and figure out where we can fill in and really take a project and go from there. And surprisingly enough, when the business was launched, I didn't really want to have a whole lot to do with it because we had just gotten married, Sawyer and I, and life was not gonna be in a coffee bag for me. But Pasquale was actually Sawyer's supervisor at the time, and because May was working full time, going to full time school, working the night shift, he just was talking about this amazing business idea of starting a coffee roasting company. And he started talking to Pasquale about it. And Pasquale is such a man of integrity that he actually made them clock out of work to talk about it while they were working in real estate together. And so if anything, there's a lot of things that I love about the people that we get to do business with, but we start in our warehouse with love and integrity, and we get to share that out to everybody else.
Cool. Really cool. So I guess you already talked about you get your coffee beans from Honduras. So what makes a good quality coffee?
Yeah, starting with a good bean is really important. And for us, that has been a journey of transparency, trying to navigate this whole kind of like ecosystem of farmers and co-ops. And that's honestly been something that's been really tough for us. But because we've had this one relationship with this one farmer, it's been hard for us to onboard like another farmer or, you know, another bean. But I'm happy to say that the relationship has been building over this past year. We've actually taken this whole year to kind of curate that relationship and build trust and just have conversation about transparency. And we'll be onboarding them in the future. That date is to be decided depending on some logistics, but you won't find that anywhere posted.
Wow. Well, that's cool. That's great information. So I noticed, so looking around doing some research, your coffee it looked like was all organic. That's a good thing. I saw on there that you had honey and washed. What's the difference between the two?
Yeah, so they are actually both from the same farmer, Legacy Farms Coffee in Honduras. Okay. And the honey is kind of like the flagship, what we've really started with, because it's, for us, it was really, really smooth. And we wanted to kind of stick with one way that the green bean is processed before entering new things. And so from what I have heard from our farmer and done some research, because we're all boots on the ground, learning as we go, it's a different way of drying the green bean. So the honey is going to be like a mix of what's called like the cherry on the outside of the coffee bean when you pick it. It's kind of like a fruit almost. And the wash process, they like kind of wash off that citrus before doing the drying. And then the honey is going to be a mix of the two. And so you can have different notes and it tastes differently, but also it can feel differently digestively is an interesting way to put it. And we're just starting to introduce the washed because different people have different preferences, and we're excited to be able to offer that. We're doing a spring sale right now for typically our 12-ounce bags for the Honduras honey is $16. And because we want to really hear some like honest feedback from our customers, we're doing just $10 for the 12-ounce bag of the Honduras washed.
Wow.
Yay!
That's a good price. That's a really good price.
Yeah.
Cool. So what is the best way? So I'm a coffee drinker. I drink mine black. I kind of have a keto base, what I do with a diet. So I put some MCT oil in there as well as a little bit of G butter. But I've experimented with different coffees, and some of them are pretty good. Some of them are pretty bitter. Some of them sweet. What's the best way to get the most flavor from your coffee?
Well, I always say French press because that's the way that I drink it. But we've had, and I drink it with an AeroPress, a stovetop, all sorts of different ways that we've brewed it. We've thrown it through, pulled it through espresso machines. But because I'm used to a French press, I love the French press. But like I said, we have customers even teaching me about different ways that they brew their coffee. And so I like drinking it black. I like putting sometimes some creamer if they're in there, if I'm wanting some more sweetness. Sure. But it's something that our customers really know, and that I know as well, is that it's really, really smooth compared to doesn't have like a bitter or a very acidic taste. And that's why a lot of people do drink it black. And maybe it's like for the first time because they're used to drinking a lot of, sugar and then just a little bit of coffee, which that's where I started. So
Sure.
any way that you're brewing your coffee now is probably going to be good.
Cool. So I saw a post on your Facebook page talked about your recent accomplishments. One of the accomplishments was that you got on the shelves of a local natural grocery store. So which store did you get into?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes.
We got on the shelves at both of the new Sagayas. We started at Midtown and just
Nice.
waited a couple weeks to just kind of work it out. Since it was our very first grocery store to work with. And then we onboarded and started our partnership with the downtown new Sagaya.
That's awesome. Good for you. Congratulations.
Yay!
Yeah, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So then in that same post, it talked about that you had a coffee subscription. So how does that work? What is your coffee subscription?
This is one of our favorite things that our customers are so thrilled about, because who likes waking up in the morning to an empty bag of coffee, or you just got a couple of beans left, and it's like so painful, and it's like such a bad start. And so what we put onto our website that just launched in 2021, along with our very first sponsored ad, is our coffee subscription. So you can create your plan, your subscription order, and we call it kind of like the sip-in crew. And you can customize it however you want. If you want the 5-pound in medium or light or dark roast, or if you want, 3 of these or 4 of these, that's another typical like monthly order. And you can set it up. Do you want it every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks, or every 8 weeks? And then our most common on the subscription is the 5-pound bag, either 2 heavy coffee sippers or a family of coffee sippers.
Sure. Cool. So where can people find you and learn more about your business?
Oh, all the places. But before I share that, rewind to the coffee subscription, I forgot to share that when you do the subscription, you also get 7% off of your order as an automatic woohoo!
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. And you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at AK Coffee Company, or on our website. You can order anytime at www.akcoffeecompany.com.
Awesome. And then, so your hours, I guess I was confused on that. So you operate out of your warehouse, excuse me, you operate out of your warehouse, but it looks like, is it only 1 a week? Is that what I understood?
Yeah, so great question. Because we all work full time, we have very limited local warehouse hours for pickup. And it is actually just Wednesdays, 5 to 8 p.m. And a lot of people will do shipping, even here in Anchorage, but a lot of our orders are sent out the door. But also, if that doesn't work for you, just reach out to us and let us know. And we'd love to make accommodations for hours outside of those. We're usually just here late at night roasting and packing.
Sure. Awesome. So that's all I had for questions. Is there anything else that you'd like to mention or talk about with your business?
Well, sure. We are so thankful for this opportunity, and thank you, Wayne, for having us. And I did want to share with your followers and your crew that we're doing a 15% off all of our coffees of our Honduras honey for your viewers. And you can put in the discount code online, Hey Anchorage, in the discount code, and it'll just take 15% off right off of your order. We're excited to meet new coffee sippers in Alaska and outside of Alaska, and for you to share that with your family, your friends. I love getting to see an order of a name that I don't recognize, and then somewhere down the line, a customer says, "Oh, my cousin's sister's friend ordered. Did you see?" It's so great. It's so great. And we love Alaska, and we love getting to share it with other people. And so thank you so much for having us.
No, you're very welcome. Thank you for that generous offer. That's pretty very nice of you. We really appreciate that. I'll probably definitely take advantage of that. And then I'm a pretty heavy coffee drinker, so might even be looking into your subscription as well. So
there we
yeah.
go. Awesome.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for joining us today, Emma. We really appreciate you being here and learning more about your business.
Woo-hoo. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. And then, hey, Anchorage, be sure to check out this little business and buy some of their coffee today. Thanks to everybody. And tune in to learn more about AK Coffee Company. We'll see you next week. We're featuring Drain Masters. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later.